Mastermind Podcast Episode 2. I don't even know what is going on. It has been a mind-blowing week. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And you want to know why? Because I had dinner in space last night. Yep, I had dinner on space. We're going to get to that. We're going to talk all about it. I know, Elon, Jeff, we get it. Okay, Richard, don't worry, buddy. We'll talk about your space journeys. We'll talk about my space journey as well. Okay? So, like I always talk about, you got to hit the like button. Look, I'm just getting this thing going. You got to hit the subscribe button too. I got to get my subs up. Okay? I'm looking for 5K subs. You can help me get there. Okay? It's right there. Right there. I don't know. Luke, figure out which side I should be poking at next time. But I'm going to be poking, and you should be poking too. And that notification bell, yeah, of course, you want to know when I'm doing new lives, right? New videos too, right? Okay, because it's always great. I'm always dropping really great wisdom, really great information here about the New York City market. And what I am talking about right now is what happened to me last night. So last night, I went to the $250 million penthouse at Central Park Tower that Ryan Serhant currently has listed for Xtel. Okay, this is the tallest penthouse on the planet. And yes, I had dinner there, and yes, it felt like I was having dinner in outer space. It was so insane. Like we were looking down on the World Trade Center. The Empire State Building looked like, haha, what a joke. And Times Square was like a little nightlight. It was so wild. And we're going to get to some of the details around it. But one of the things I wanted to do is just talk about this listing first because it's so bonkers, okay? So as you know, Ryan has the most expensive listing right now. It's $250 million. We have it listed here at Serhant. It just hit the market, okay? The monthly taxes are a mere $47,000 a month. The common charges are just about $27,000. So you're looking at all in, just general monthlies if you paid all cash, close to $100K a month. Pretty cheap. So I'm just going to read some of the description here because it's really hard for me to describe it. So I think the easiest way to describe it is just to read exactly what's going on. So first off, before we read the description, I just want to disclose that last night Ryan held his Salt Lake Serhant Mastermind Summit from the Penthouse, okay? And there were, I don't even know how many people. Ryan may or may not have gotten in trouble with Xtel because he had too many people. But it was world class. I've literally never seen anything like it. They had a harpist, violins. I mean, you name it. It was classy. We were eating caviar. Everything was just fantastic. I had steak. I also sat right on the edge. I thought I was going to fall in fall over into the city, splash in, but it didn't happen. Thank God. Gary, good job building that building. The elevator ride up, I thought was probably, look, I'm afraid of heights. I'm just going to throw it out there. I know I sell high, tall properties. Yeah, you want to be high, but at the end of the day, when you're going up to 100, and then you're on 100, 112, and then you're still going up and you're at 120 and then 21, 122 and 123. It's, the palms, at least the palms of my hands get really, really wet. I don't know. It's tough for me. So look, I grinned and bare it. I got to the top and the Salt Lake Serhant Mastermind Summit happened up there. It was unbelievable. There's a ton of people. We had photographers, we had food, we had drink. Ryan gave one of probably the best speeches I've heard in a long time, fresh off another one of his speaking engagements in San Francisco. So Ryan, hats off to you. You're always, truly an expert and, the top of your game. I mean, you crushed speech. I mean, everybody was motivated from that. And I think the main point that you made there, Ryan, was, when times are good, we don't really need each other. Okay, when it's a really good market, I can just put something on the internet or just send a couple emails out and I do the deal, right? But now, as the market is shifting, it's more and more important that we all lean on each other, okay? And in this room, there was brokers from not just America, not just New York City, but all around the world. And his key message was that as brokers, it's critical for us at this moment, as the market is shifting, to be more and more in touch with each other so that we can share referrals, share information, share best practices, strategies, all of that. And that will be what will carry us through what I believe we already are in, which is a recession. And, we should be out of this recession very, very soon. And I believe that this will be one of the largest bull runs we will ever see after this. So I know it doesn't look good now. I know all the people that freaked out and said that New York was dead in 2020 are kicking themselves because they didn't buy. We're going to be in a similar situation. 2023 is going to be totally insane. And if you have cash, if you're one of those people that has cash and you took your money out of the market, you want to put it into some solid assets like bricks, right? So 2023 is going to be where you're going to strike if you have cash. That's just a side note. So the event was crazy. We also had stargazers. Literally, we had people out on the terrace. This is the tallest terrace on the planet, by the way. On the planet. We were stargazing. I mean, I've never even seen the stars from New York City. And we were on the roof with telescopes and astronomers. There was astronomers there. I've never met a guy who was just more excited to talk to me about the rings of Saturn. I mean, it's really cool when you see it on TV. It's really cool when you see it on YouTube or in photos. But when you see it through the telescope, it's just like a tiny little thing, and it's white, and it has these little rings around it. What was also impressive was Jupiter. We all see Jupiter. I think we confuse that a little bit with a star. I guess that's what the astronomer told me. He's like, everyone thinks that they're looking at a star, but in actuality, they're looking at Jupiter. I didn't know any of this. I don't think I've ever seen any of these planets ever since I was, I think, taking my astronomy class in prep school at Kent when I was in high school. So it's been a while, and it was refreshing that I can actually see planets and stars from New York City, especially from the penthouse at the top of Central Park Tower, the one above all else, as I believe Ryan is branding it. So let me just read some of this description. This is the penthouse at Central Park Tower, the one above all else. Soaring 1,416 feet above New York City in the tallest residential tower on the planet, the penthouse at Central Park Tower lays claim to the title of being the highest residence and having the highest terrace in the world. I was there. I was looking at planets from a telescope from that terrace. Pretty cool. I was totally in space. I mean, literally, I sent it to my buddy Jake. JT, what's up, homie? I sent it to Jake. I sent him a picture, and he said, "Man, you're having dinner in space." And I was like, "You're right. I'm going to talk about that on my podcast tomorrow." Okay, so this is a once-in-a-generation residence. It occupies the top 3 floors of the most significant building on Billionaires Row, spanning 17,545 square feet of interior space, with a glorious, yes, they use the word glorious, 1,433 square foot outdoor escape. It kind of feels like an escape. Feels like you can't escape. Because when you walk outside, normally a terrace, you're going to have, the terrace walls, maybe, 3, 4, 5 feet max. If it's a high floor, maybe. But these were like 20-foot glass windows. So it was very, very high in order to insulate you from the high winds that you'll experience being that high. I also can tell you that it was a little dry. So I feel like that the moisture, it's a little dry up there. When you're up 1,400 feet, that's a lot. You don't get the normal moisture that you'd get down at sea level. So with 4 exposures, so like what's important to note when you're looking at real estate too is like how many exposures does it have? If it has 4 exposures, that generally means that you could see all around 360. Okay, so it's got 4 exposures and an unobstructed New York City views. Not to mention, I'm going to read the description, but I'm going to just pause for a second and say, I was watching planes land at LaGuardia last night just for fun. Everyone's talking. They're like, oh, yeah, what a great event. I'm like, is that a plane landing at LaGuardia down there? It's like, oh, it's over there. But we're so high. I'm like, is that the plane? That is a plane. So the eye skips over the verdant expanse of Central Park, the pulsating lights of Midtown and downtown skylines. So what's actually crazy is that the pulsating lights, as I was up there, I actually was looking out and the lights were pulsating at that level. So it's actually like a really good representation in the description of what it is. Pulsating lights of the Midtown and downtown skylines and the serene waterways that girdle Manhattan, or girdle? I think it's girdle. It's not a griddle. We're not at McDonald's. The vistas from all rooms are so vast and far-reaching, one can almost see the horizon bend. I used a wide angle, or I used my 0.5 on my iPhone, and I saw the bend. Maybe that's from the Earth, or maybe that's from the 0.5 of the iPhone angle, but I saw the bend. Its unrivaled pair of baronial rooms, a 1,500 square foot grand salon, and nearly 2,000, think about this, 2,000 square feet of private ballroom space. To be honest, that's where we had the event. It's double height ceilings. There's a glass curtain walls when you get outside that have the entire city as a backdrop. And there's 27-foot ceilings. I mean, you could put 2 basketball courts in there. Let's go dunk. On the second level, sit 5-bedroom suites, right? So on the top, you have the ballroom, and then down low, you're going to get the 5-bedroom suites, each one as a temple of luxury and respect. I don't know. The park-facing primary suite boasts a sitting room and a pair of dressing rooms and an ensuite and 2 ensuite rooms. I guess everything is just his and hers. Each of all the remaining bedrooms has ample closet space and ensuite bathrooms. There is also a bonus gaming room for recreation. Look, if you are spending $250 million on anything, you better have a bonus game room, okay? I want to see a pool table. I want darts, okay? I want games. Maybe get like a humidor ventilation. There's got to be cigars. Where's this guy playing poker? And I'm talking about high stakes, $1 million a hand, okay? I'll be there to collect the VIG protection. The top level is designed for hosting gatherings and events. A park-facing private ballroom provides access to a magnificent terrace. Both are the highest on the planet. I think that's absolutely incredible that last night I had dinner in the highest residential tower / apartment / terrace in the world last night. So Ryan, thank you just for allowing me to do that. I feel like one of the most privileged human beings in the entire world to have dinner that high. I mean, is that in the Guinness Book of World Record? We towers. Kilimanjaro maybe, but I'm talking about a built tower in New York. We definitely broke the record. I'll just confirm it right now. Guinness Book of World Records. If you guys want to tweet about it, it will be real. 2 people retweet. It's definitely going to be real quick. There are 2 powder rooms, a coat room, professional grade catering kitchen, and separate service entry, a private study, and guess what? A room for a gym in case you don't want to go down 133 floors to the fitness center. Okay, Extel Development Company is the company who developed this. They also developed 157. They're some of the best developers here in the world. And this is such a definitive and landmark skyscraper. I just feel so blessed to have gone and take a look at it. I also can tell you that I'm actively working on making a deal on this. Not saying one thing or another, but Ryan told us at the event last night in the Salt Lake Sirhan Summit, he said, the seller's paying a 4% commission here to the buyer's broker. So if you pull a buyer at $250 million, your commission is $10 million. $10 million. So I did what any logical person would do, is I just started hitting the phones. That's all you need to know for now. But if somebody said $10 million is out there, you might as well just start making phone calls, right? I don't think Instagram posts are going to do it at that time. So always remember that and take that as a lesson. Hitting the phones is the most important thing. And if Ryan says, look, you can make $10 million just by hitting the phones, give it a try. Just give it a try. All right, so just in summary, I really feel everybody's calling me now. Look at this. It's like they figured, he's done with the podcast. Let's just call him. I'm not done. Okay, got a lot of people to talk to here. You also have to hit the like button and please subscribe, and the notification bell. You better be smacking that too. Let's go right now. All right, I just gave you some time to do it. So I'm going to recap. Last night, I had dinner in the tallest and highest residence on planet Earth. I stood on the terrace at the highest terrace on planet Earth. And I believe that I had dinner in space. Okay, we were that high. The air was so thin. My ears popped like 6 times going up there and 10 times going down. I'm totally exaggerating, but you get the point. This is not normal. So all you need to do is call every single one of your friends as well and tell them that there's a $250 million penthouse. And if they're interested, they should just call me and then I'll show it to them because, like, why not? Let's just do this. You know, I think there's one shot to sell a $250 million property ever. I mean, let's just go for it. I think now's the time. Recession, this is when the moves are made. Okay, this is when the moves are made. So I'm really grateful to be a part of the Sell It Like Sirhan Mastermind group. I'm a capstone teacher. It's been an amazing opportunity for me to network and connect with so many great agents across the country. And I'm very, very blessed to get the invite. So Ryan, thank you so much. I'm very, very excited to have that dinner and to share my experience with all of you. Maybe someday we'll all be able to get a private 100-person dinner in that apartment again. But if we sell it, maybe not, unless we sell it to our friend. So keep me posted. Thank you so much. Hit that notification bell, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I really, really appreciate it. You can check us out, for example, Nile Lundgren. That's my handle on all channels, whether you got Twitter, whether you got TikTok, Instagram. But you're watching this right now on YouTube, so hit that notification bell, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We will be dropping more and more content to you all day long. This is super important to me, and I really appreciate you. Thank you. All love.